Today we're going to do some exploring. The first thing that we're going to do is do our math lesson. This is on slide 1 in Everyday Math Online. And then we were going to do slide 2, which is on page 222 in your math journal. So if you have your math journal, go to 222 because that's what we're going to do next. But before we do that, we're going to look at this problem of estimating. Remember, estimating is kind of guessing about how many things there are without actually counting the exact number. So when you go grocery shopping, it is important to estimate because as you go down the aisle, you can't just exactly know how much you're spending, but in your head you can count it up, and that is a good way to use estimation. We use estimation all kinds of times in life. Look at this math message today. Look at the box. So Mrs. Reyes has a tomato garden with tomato plants. She wants to know how many tomato plants she has in her garden. She doesn't want to count every single one of them, but she wants to kind of do an estimate, which means kind of guess about how much. So what they have done here is they have done a box of, so this whole thing is her garden. All of this is her garden. But they have split it into a little box here, and we can count how many is in this box. It's a lot easier to count how many are in this box than all of them. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in this little square, there are 10 tomato plants. So let's just pretend that we bring this little square, and I'm just going to draw another little square over here. Another square here. And look, we cover the whole thing into 4. So what is, if we did 10, there was 10 in one square, there's probably about 10 in another square. It might not be exactly, but sort of. So 10, 10, 10, 10. So our estimation would be what? 10 times 4, or 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 would be 40. That's what we estimate. Now let's count them and see if we were close. So we know there's 10 here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So it's not quite, but the exact number is 38. So we were very close. 40 and 38 are close together. So our estimation, that is how we can estimate when there's a lot of things to count. Now we're going to practice that on the next slide, which, like I said, on Everyday Math is slide 2, or your math journal page 222. So on this page, they're going to be asking you, how many dots? Oh my goodness, look at all those dots. It would take us forever to sit there and count all those dots. So they want us to estimate. So we're going to, right now, let's just throw out a number. Let's say, what do you guys want to say? I guess you can think of a number and write it down right here. What do you think? I'm going to say, goodness, I really don't know. I'm just going to, it's a big guess, right? So I'm going to, right here, my guess, I'm just going to put 200 dots. I really don't know how many there are, but I'm just going to put 200. So now we're going to do another step to help us estimate in a better way. It says cover part of the array with a square pattern block. How many dots does one block cover? So instead of covering it with a block, I'm going to just draw a box. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So let me just make that into a box. And you can draw this on yours as well. 2, 3, 4. There's my block. Okay? I know there are 20 dots in this little block. So instead of counting all the little dots on this page, I could make little boxes. So let's do boxes. That's about like that. And do another little box here like this. And about like that, right? So there's about 4 boxes that way. Let's see how many boxes we could make going down. Let's see here. 1, maybe. I'm not very good at drawing. And down. Just keep going down here. Because you know, when we do arrays, we don't have, if we had enough boxes, we could cover this whole thing. But we're just going to estimate, and I'm going to make little boxes here, and then we can just kind of estimate, because this is just kind of guessing. So let's see, if this is an array and we've done all these little boxes, there's 4 this way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this way. So 7 times 4. 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. That would be what? 7 plus 7 is 14. So 14 plus 14 is 28. So that would be 28 boxes of 20. Wow. So I would say, so you would count by twos, because 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56. So I counted by twos, and then I added 0. So 560. I am guessing, using estimation, counting 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. And if you count, and I just counted by twos because 20 is like 2, counting by twos, except there's a 0. So when I counted by twos, I got 56, and then I just added a 0. So I am estimating now that I use these squares that there are 560 dots. Okay, cover the array. This is what, and how many blocks did we use? What did we say? 28 blocks. Okay, now using this estimation, what was our, oh, sorry, I didn't answer this correctly. We'll erase that. How many dots in each box? 20. 20 dots in each box. I'm getting ahead of myself. And then down here it says about how many dots do you think there are. That's where we put the 560. So there's 20 dots in each box, and there's 28 boxes. So we're going to estimate that there's 560. Now, we got to figure out, actually, I already did this, how you can figure out the right, instead of sitting there and counting all of it, you can count how many dots on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's actually 18 at the top, and then counting down all these dots, I already did that. So there's 28 going down. So if you have a calculator, you could go 18 times 28. And if you do that, which I already did, the answer is 504. That is the actual number of dots. Now I know that's a little far, but at least we're in the 500 mark, whereas when I just guessed, I was 200. So we're a lot closer to the estimate when we do something like this, okay? That's what they're showing you. And then we just talked about how you don't have to do this part down here because we just talked about how we did it. But that is one way to figure out how many dots without actually counting all the dots. A way to estimate is by taking a chunk and then just adding that many. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and on and on and on. And that's what we did. And we were not exactly, but at least we were closer than if you just grab the number out of your head, which is what I did at the beginning.